So here we are at the Eli property with our guest co-host and lovely Rochelle.
Thank you. God, I love you, girl.
Hi, Tucson. Thanks for tuning in again.
We are here to show you the final outcome of all the rehab and the improvements and the drama
It's been 3 weeks.
3 weeks in this house. We've shown you from the beginning what it looked like in the beginning. We've shown you in the middle, and I'm really excited to show you the final product.
Almost final.
Almost final.
Almost
But
final. You're
nevertheless,
gonna love it.
ready and on the market for a family who needs a new home. This is great. I've seen a little bit of it. I tried not to look, but I had to go in, and I thought it was beautiful.
It's
Thought
awesome.
you did a very
Thank
good
you.
job. And one of the main contractors who took part in this whole redoing, rehabbing, gutting, and finishing up the interior of the home.
Angelo Stefano. Stefano and Associates, LLC. He has been fantastic. I don't know what I would have done without him on this job.
Yep. So are you ready to go inside and show everybody what
Let's
this house
go
looks
look.
like?
Let's
Okay.
do it.
Okay, so come on ahead.
Hey, welcome. Come on in. Hey, you're still here, Angelo. Do you live here?
I do.
Oh my God, you've done such a great job.
Oh my gosh, this is unbelievable. Unbelievable. It's amazing.
We've seen it already. You're acting like this is the first time.
It's beautiful.
It is. It is.
What
It really is.
night and day. Absolutely night and day. So here we are, living room. What a transformation.
You remember before we had the dark red wall and the bright white fireplace, and the fireplace looked so tiny I thought we were going to have to build it back up to a bigger size, but once we painted it out, it came out so perfectly, it just fits. It no longer looks out of place or out of
Yeah, it's
size.
the perfect size for the room. You know, it's not like we have cathedral ceilings or anything, so it's just perfect. Got a couple little chairs here.
And we got rid of the windows.
We got new
Tell us
windows.
about the
Oh,
windows.
that's been a story in itself.
Yes, it has been.
We ordered the windows right at, of course, we are doing this all through the holidays.
Sure.
And then because of the holidays, the window delivery got held up a week. And when it's like a major part of your remodel and everything is wrapped around doing that, a week is a lot. And so I was like all upset. It's putting us back a whole week on this job. And so finally we get the windows and half of them are the wrong size. And so we had to reorder them. Look, the company did cover the cost of them, of course, but we had to wait. We'd just been waiting for a couple of weeks without doing,
Right. And that's life when you had other plans. These are the things that happen
And
that set you
expensive.
back.
And expensive because
Yeah.
the interest and insurance for that 2 weeks is a lot of money.
It's just
With
all-
no windows in the house.
Well, there were windows there, but I'm sitting here it's holding up the job for 2 weeks.
Right.
Exactly.
And
So
so-
we were out for 2 weeks.
Yeah, and I've used a hard money lender, so I'm paying 14% interest.
Oh, there you go.
So it
So
was a
there you
lot
go.
of money.
Exactly. So give us a tour. We're
Okay,
excited
Here
to
we
show
go.
everybody what it looks like.
we went through and regrouted the tile in here, so it really cleaned it up beautifully. Angelo regrouted everything and sealed it, and before it looked just sort of shoddy. Now it looks like a whole new tile job. So, and basically it wasn't a new tile job. It's
Right.
just the tiles were still there, and we put the new slider. Really pleased with the way this kitchen came out.
I think the kitchen is the crowning glory.
It is. It is. It's not a really big kitchen, but it's a really nice kitchen. And this granite is Like, you will not see this type of granite in a house in this price point at all. This is solid granite. It's not like the little tiny thin granite with the bull-nosed edge on it. This
There's
is all
probably
thick.
like one seam there for the granite.
Right here.
There,
That's
yeah,
it.
so two pieces. Yeah, one pieces of granite, which is great. Catch the track lighting up there too, because that's real cute. Very
Stainless
nice.
steel appliances.
Stainless steel appliances.
And essentially, you guys just cleaned up the appliances.
We
'cause
cleaned
they were
up
all
the
in good
appliances
shape.
that were here, and Angelo painted out the cabinets that were here. The cabinets that were here weren't that old, but they had water stains on them. They had a little bit of a dated look, and Angelo spent a tremendous amount of time refinishing them, painting them, putting in the new hardware. So it just gave the whole kitchen a totally new look.
Great.
It's beautiful.
It is.
Nice.
It looks great.
We were having a bit of a problem trying to figure out the venting for the laundry room, so we went with these louvered doors. We replaced the doors that were on there, and it just fits in nicely. And the laundry room, we didn't do a lot to it. We painted it. We put in a new cabinet here for a folding table and a new light fixture, but it's a nice big space to work in for a laundry room.
Now, why didn't you have to end up venting for the laundry room?
Because
you had
the
this
door is vented.
Okay, great.
Mhm. It really was, we were at a quandary what to do with that, because if we vented to the outside, it would have been smaller amount of venting, but it would have let all the heat in the summer and all the cold into the house in the winter.
In the winter?
And it's like, that just didn't seem like a workable situation. But they said that we were okay with this door if we have it's all ventilated.
That's amazing.
So we're vented, that much venting coming into the house, and that's,
Great.
hopefully it'll take care of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it would be a shame to have like 110 degree weather coming into the laundry
Into
room.
the laundry room.
Right. It's just
Exactly.
going to increase your expenses.
Right, air
Air
conditioning.
conditioning. Okay. on
Heating
to
in the
next.
winter. Oh, we found these really cute light fixtures. There were some really large dome light fixtures in here that just felt too big for the size of the house, and these fit up nice and tight and nice contemporary look. So I was pretty happy with them. Do we remember the colors of these bedrooms? I think
Red,
this was bright
blue,
black,
black, and
purple, yes. So we painted the bedrooms to go along with the rest of the house, and so it all flows from one room to another. And I think that it just makes the house seem so much more spacious and open. We replaced all the doors with the 6-panel doors, replaced all the closet doors with the bifolds. This was the black bedroom.
I'm just trying to turn around. Put that out of there.
So the house has 4 bedrooms and 2 baths. And this is all together here with the master suite, with his and hers closets, I guess. And we got rid of the beautiful view of the old shed that was in the backyard.
Because that was so attractive.
This bath here we did the most work in of the 2. We tore out the, it had one of the preformed showers in here, and it was pretty worn out. So we pulled that out, retiled the floor, and it just really made a big difference, I think. So we're still putting in these windows. We have the trim to put in on the new windows here.
Okay.
But
The
we,
fence treatment is just great, what went up with this little screen.
yeah, they gave it a lot more privacy. And we got rid of the old shed. We pulled, actually what we did, rather than get rid of the shed, we pulled it around to the back side of the house. And it doesn't have a floor or a door,
Right.
but it's a great place to stick your lawnmower,
Absolutely,
whatever garden
gardening
equipment.
tools,
Yeah.
yeah.
It was too good to just throw out and not have that storage.
Exactly. Still got the fabulous grapefruit trees.
Oh yes, your grapefruit tree. And the previous owners had put in deep sand back in this back part of the yard and had playground equipment, which with a 4-bedroom house, it's not uncommon to have little kids. And so it was just great for them.
Okay, so we have just been given the grand tour of the house and we've seen all the upgrades. We have, of course, showed you what it looked like before, during, and after. So you've just got the big picture, the end of the big wrap up, and let's talk about some details, specifics, pricing, and the neighborhood. Okay, so now we're going to turn it over to Ricardo Copel from Long Realty, his associate broker at the River and Campbell location.
So
Ricardo, so what did you think of the house?
you did a magnificent job. The granite countertops in the kitchen, the new light fixtures, new hardware throughout, new windows, tiled throughout, remodeled the bathrooms. You did fantastic.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So the fact that it's a move-in ready home, that's gonna help you out in getting top dollar for your home. Right now, the market, there's a lot of folks in this price point where they have the money to get a loan for the down payment. However, they don't have the money to fix up, the money to do what you just did to your home.
So that's really good for me then.
Absolutely, it's going to help sell quick. So based on in the area, in the neighborhood right now, properties that are 3 bedrooms, 4 bedrooms, that's the majority of the houses in this community that have 2 bathrooms. The ones that have been fixed up, just like what you did, sell quickly versus the ones that need attention and need.
Which houses, like, how long back are we looking at for the comps now for this?
We go back 6 months.
6 months, okay.
Correct. And then the reason we go back 6 months is because appraisers will only go back 6 months. So the likelihood of the buyer purchasing this home will be obtaining financing, which will require an appraisal. So you want to go back 6 months.
And are we going within a certain radius?
We went square mile. We went all the way from 22nd to Broadway, and then Pantano to Camino Seco. That's the square mile that we did.
Okay, okay. And what did you come up with?
Based on the comps, this house is going to sell for $150,000.
How long do you think it'll take to sell at that price?
It would take no more than 30 days.
30
Is
days.
that the average days on the market then currently?
The average days on market for properties that have been rehabbed is anywhere from 3 weeks to 6 weeks.
3 to 6 weeks.
Correct.
That's not a bad turnover.
No, it's not.
So right now, of course, we've just come out of a slow season because of Christmas, but now we're just getting ready to kick back into a busier time of the year for sales.
Correct. Right now we're going into February. Typically during the holidays, the market does slow down. That's just the way it is. But shortly after the new year, a good time to put the house on market is starting in early February or late January.
So we hit it just right for that anyway. That's good.
And of course, for new home buyers, we've got tax season. You've got a lot of tax returns. And historically, I'm not so sure about this year, but historically you would see a rise in home sales because a lot of people have their tax return. They've got money back. They've got more money to add towards the down payment. And so that'll affect it. So this is, I would think, this is a good time to have the house for sale on the market.
Correct. Again, in this price point, you're going to be finding buyers whom are first-time home buyers, and oftentimes they do use that tax return for their down payment.
Right.
Correct.
Good time.
Yeah, that is
Good
correct.
time. Plus, we're coming towards the end of school as well.
Correct.
So, and speaking of school, we're in this neighborhood, and the nearest school is.
The nearest school is walking distance. I would say it's no more than a quarter mile. And then you also have Jesse Owens Park, which is again right next to the school, which is no more than a quarter mile. You also have major shopping just right down the street, about a half a mile.
I know that for sure because I've spent so much time at Home Depot.
That's right. That's
Yeah.
right.
Thank you, Francisco. He's been helping me out over there in the contractor's desk.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, so we've got now. Are there any transit lines that run out here on this major road?
So you do have off of Pantano, you do have Suntran in
Okay.
the event that someone would want to use
Right.
transportation.
Transportation.
Correct. One of the big features that this home does offer to the buyer is one that is move-in ready. You've got brand new appliances. You've got a brand new kitchen, granite countertops. You've got new light fixtures throughout, new hardware, new doors, double pane windows and sliders as well for keep the house energy efficient, keep the bills down. You have a 2-year roof warranty on the roof as well. The house is move-in ready. Someone can literally buy the house, bring their boxes, drop them in, and not do anything.
Okay, nice. And how many bedrooms do we
It's,
have?
3 bedrooms.
Okay.
4 bedrooms.
I'm sorry, 4 bedrooms. Yes.
We have 4 bedrooms, if any.
So this is a 4-bedroom, 2-bath home that's just under 1,600 square feet, and it's a great home, in my opinion, for a family. I could see a family moving in here. It's got 4 bedrooms.
What would the payments be on a house? If it sold for $150, what would the approximate payments be?
So if one were to want to purchase this, there is financing available through lenders, and there's a popular program that's FHA that's 3.5% down. And at $150,000, one could expect roughly a payment anywhere from $850 to about $865.
Wow.
Yeah, which is a lot less than renting.
Yeah, like some apartments are more than that.
Correct. And you can't. This is a 4-bedroom, 2 bathrooms
With a yard, fenced yard.
with a fenced-in yard. Correct.
And all that, of course, is contingent on credit
Correct.
checks,
Credit.
and what do you qualify for
Income,
after the credit,
yep.
right?
Correct. And you
Income
want
to
to talk.
debt ratio,
Right.
right.
And you want
Right.
to talk to a financial advisor.
Right. Now, do you have one you can suggest?
We do. We actually have Long Mortgage, who's whom we work through, and there are about 6 offices throughout Tucson, and each one does have a long mortgage consultant
Right.
at the office there.
Okay. Okay. So that's way less than what you're getting more money. I mean, more space for your money. There's a massive backyard that wraps kind of around the side. Great to have kids playing. Grass, an area for playground, whatever. You can just throw your kids outside and shut the door and you can see them running around and you can be inside the house watching them. So it's massive, massive backyard. Do you know offhand what the lot square size of the lot is?
The lot is 0.20 acres, so
That's
1/5
good.
of an acre. It's
Yeah.
a good size.
It's a good
And you're in a
size.
cul-de-sac as well.
Exactly.
Great for riding around in bikes. They're very private.
And we've had a chance to meet some of the neighbors, and we've really enjoyed talking to them, and really great people in the neighborhood that we've met so far anyway.
Yes.
Yes,
I
okay.
bet the neighbors are thrilled with what you guys have done.
Yes.
around here. You
Yeah.
know, renovating it.
Yeah. Because it
So-
only brings up their. Oh, I'm sorry. It only brings up their property value.
Correct. When this property sells, it's going to bring up the values of the home, especially in this cul-de-sac.
So be nice to people who move in.
Are we going to go inside and sign the papers, the contracts and everything? Okay.
You're ready. Thank you so much for your time and
You're
your
welcome.
expertise. We appreciate it.
Thank you
And
for
we'll let
having
you go
me.
inside and sign the contracts.
Sounds good.
Get her done.
Do it.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're just at the point of signing on the dotted line for listing this house. And Ricardo, I need you to tell me how you came up with the price that we're listing at so that we can get the house sold in a reasonable amount of time.
Sounds good.
Okay.
So, Rochelle, what I've done here is prepared the comps, and I did the square mile from Broadway 22nd to Camino Seco to Pantana. That's a square mile. And I went back 6 months. As of right now, there are 7 properties that are currently on the market. There are 2 properties that are currently under contract, and there's been 8 properties that have sold in the past 6 months.
Okay, so how does this house look like the other houses that have sold in the last 6 months as far as upgrading and prices sold, closed?
So in the last 6 months, there's been 8 properties that have closed. Of those 8 properties, there has been 5 of those properties have been rehabbed or updated. Okay, similar to what you've done. And 3 of those, or 2 of the 8, are bank-owned properties that have sold, and there was one that was just a normal sale that was not upgraded.
Okay,
So based on comparing your house to what has closed, comparing to the 8 properties, based on the comps, being that your house is a 4-bedroom, 2 bathrooms, just under 1,600 square feet, your house is going to sell around a 150 price point.
okay, and that's
Okay.
pretty much running with what everyone else has, that's the upgraded homes.
Correct, that is correct.
Okay,
Okay.
and then hopefully it's going to be a relatively easy, smooth running process.
Correct. Yeah, as far as the what you can expect is once a property goes on the market, in my opinion, it's going to sell rather quickly. The fact that the upgrades you've done in the home are great. Again, this is a move-in ready home, which is very critical for a house to move quickly, to sell quickly. And once we go into contract, as far as when inspections take place, I don't see much anything major happening because you've already taken care of those issues when you were rehabbing the property.
Okay, great, great. Alrighty, so,
Now, as far as we'll go into the paperwork, the listing.
okay,
We have here the listing paperwork.
of course, as a seller, all the sellers always want to get top dollar, but we also don't want our houses on the market forever because it's costing us a lot to keep this property on a daily basis. So it's sort of you just can't list a house at your dream price, can you?
No,
It has nothing to do with reality.
Correct. The market is the market. There's nothing that we control. We can't control the market, what it's doing. However, what you can do is have a home that is preferably move-in ready, and that's going to help sell the home quicker than ones that are not move-in ready. So,
Okay. Yeah, I
Okay.
can always think of all these excuses, like why my house should sell more than all those others because I had this expense and that expense. But my expenses have absolutely nothing to do with the value of the house.
that is correct. That is correct. So, we've got the paperwork here,
Okay.
and this is the actual listing agreement that you're employing Long Realty Company to sell your home. And it's a 7-page document. And what I need from you is to initial at the bottom.
Okay. We've been through all this before. There we go.
And your wonderful signature right there.
Right there.
Wait.
And today is
2514.
1/25/14. Okay. Ricardo, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Hey Tucson, thanks for joining us. We really appreciate you watching, and we hope that you've enjoyed this journey from the beginning to the end. I know I've learned a lot. I know that one thing for sure, nothing ever just takes 2 weeks.
Nothing. Plus 2 weeks plus 6 weeks. It's been fun. It's been hard work, but we made it. Thanks for doing this.
You're very welcome.
And we
It was
thank
my pleasure.
Angelo and his contracting. He's done a great job.
We love it.
Great door holder.
Thank
you
you
very
for
much.
being
Thank
here.
you. Okay, this is us signing off. Tucson, come and join us. Same time, same place, same day, same channel.
Ciao.
Bye.
Hi, this is Buzz Dempsey with Nova Home Loans, the Buzz on Mortgages, and this week's tip of the week. We're going to talk this week about financing tips for getting your offer accepted. In today's fast-moving real estate market, many properties have multiple interested parties. Here's a few financing tips to help make your offer stand out. Have a fully completed pre-qualification letter, which means the buyer has given the lender all their financial documentation in advance. Work with the lender to determine the least amount of seller contribution to closing costs possible for the buyer. That increases the seller's net proceeds and improves the strength of the offer. Ask the lender about a quick closing date, and if that's feasible, perhaps you should offer the seller a quick closing date. That can be a good incentive and can beat out other offers. Have the lender explore the possibility of using conventional financing instead of FHA, VA, or USDA financing. The perception in the marketplace is that conventional financing is cleaner and that the buyer is more qualified if they're using conventional financing compared to a government loan such as FHA, VA, or USDA. Suggest the listing agent contact the loan officer to get a heads up on the buyer, and brief the loan officer to give the listing agent a strong recommendation for the buyer. Contact the lender to make sure the buyer can go up in price in case there is a counteroffer, so the buyer can respond quickly if they choose to pay more than they originally offered. This has been Buzz Dempsey with Nova Home Loans, the Buzz on Mortgages, and this week's tip of the week. I hope this tip will help you get your offer accepted and buy that great house in today's marketplace.